Hello, I'm going to cover the Star Wars sequel trilogy and the Star Wars Skywalker franchise saga. Now I want to make something clear. I don't like Rise of Skywalker as much as I did when I first reviewed last time. And I don't hate the first two, Force Awakens and Last Jedi, as much as I did the first time talking about them in my show, videos. And so my opinion has kind of changed a little, somewhere towards the middle for all three trilogies. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. 5 out of 10 for me. Let's talk about what's wrong with it, I find. Well, maybe it was a bad idea to bring back all the legacy characters only to kill them off whenever you use them. Not just in The Force Awakens, a legacy character gets killed off. And while another legacy character is flatlined because he's in a coma, that's R2-D2 in The Force Awakens. He's been in a coma for God knows how long, basically. And flatlined because he's been offline for so many years. But for some reason, he finally is online again at the end of the movie. Reuniting, talking with his buddy C-3PO. And robot fashion comedic timing. It's funny that those two lovebirds are still making it work. C-3PO and R2-D2. Don't act like they're not gay for each other. You can clearly see it going back to A New Hope that they clearly are gay for each other. And C-3PO is the man and at being a whining little bitch. More than Leia was in the trilogy, or even Luke Skywalker was, or even Anakin Skywalker was in the prequel trilogy, or even Finn. No, okay, maybe not as whiny as Finn, as was in the sequel trilogy. Speaking of the sequel trilogy, Finn is a new character for the sequel trilogy that's made for the sequel trilogy, along with Rey and this other guy that's a hothead pilot, supposedly. And these are all cool ideas for characters that could get flushed out, maybe, one day. If they ever can pull their ass together with Star Wars, I don't hear it's like in good shape. And the other problem is, well, be focused more on the legacy characters, give them more dialogue and actually more invested with giving them more to do with the story and the entire trilogy than any of the main actual trinity that's the main characters for this trilogy, for the entire trilogy. They get kind of not developed at all. In fact, they often get absent from talking, but just reacting. Oh, and they do a lot of writing. Well, occasionally, and they do a lot of writing. I don't think I feel like I've ever grown attached to any of them, except outside of the legacy characters, but that's because they gave legacy characters all of the good writing and gave new characters nothing. Not my fault. I mean, yeah, they had ideas, but they never fall through with them, especially with the stuff with Rey. And by the time you get to Rise of Skywalker, got pretty much retcons everything going back. By the time Rise of Skywalker happens, everything is fucked. Everything. is retcon and ruin. But we can't blame Rise of Skywalker for all of this. We have to go back to where it all started in the sequel trilogy, when The Force Awakens showed Luke's lightsaber that he lost when Vader cut off his arm in the sequel original trilogy at the end. Remember, his blue lightsaber, he lost that in an abyss of space. How the fuck did someone got that back and retrieve that? When did Luke got that back? Well, he must be awfully thrilled to see his old lightsaber when he reunites with it. It might be like reuniting with an old relative. Not really. You would think that's what would happen. He would be thrilled to see his old lightsaber again after he thought he lost his blue lightsaber forever into the bits of space and had replaced it with his green lightsaber. This shit wasn't as cool, let's be honest. That Luke wielded in the original trilogy, so... yeah. Also, why is Luke wearing a less high-tech, advanced robotic arm than what he was wearing decades ago when he was in his prime in The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker? I mean, in The Last Jedi and Force Awakens. And also Rise of Skywalker, too. I think when he revive his... I just noticed that when he has this very bare bone, cheap-looking mechanical arm that looks more cheaper than what his father had decades prior before his time. You remember what his arm used to look like in the last... If you remember, like, the sequel and the original trilogy... Luke had a much more advanced tech as a mechanical arm than that. We see in The Force Awakens of the sequel trilogy. So I don't know why he went back to something less high-tech and less crap, and more crappy. Beats me. Anyway, that's all my problems with the movie. I like good action pieces, set designs, and visuals. But other than that, I really don't really have a whole lot of saying outside like the visuals and action scenes throughout the movie. There's tons of cool action. But I would have liked something better than what we got. The whole trilogy it's not bad. It's just underwhelming for me. So, 5 out of 10 this trilogy gets. Bye. Subscribe to my channel, please.